Hey, how cool is this? I'm so hyped. I'm in Egypt's Valley of the Kings with a bunch of archaeologists, and they think we're about to enter the actual tomb of a pharaoh. Hey, want to join us? Then get your gear and let's go! Woo! Okay, we're about to go down. And before we enter the tunnel, let's get our lesson objectives in. In addition to taking part in something awesome, we will describe key events from Egypt's new kingdom, describe its primary political, economic, and cultural advancements, and explain the impact of Egypt's new kingdom on later civilizations. Are you ready, historians? Okay, we're in the tunnel leading down to the tomb. Kind of creepy, but so cool. Hey, as we move that way, I'll fill you in about Egypt's new kingdom. Wow. Things were bad after the Hyksos had taken over, but a pharaoh named Amos managed to turn the tables and force them out of Egypt. How do you think he did that? Amos gave the Hyksos a taste of their own medicine. He used their horse-drawn chariots and shiny bronze swords against the Hyksos, taking them down and making Egypt bigger and stronger than ever. The empire grew and was now bigger than ever, stretching south towards Nubia and north into Western Asia. Thing is, that area was already home to other civilizations like Israel and Phoenicia. You'll hear more about them soon, but you get it. Egypt took those lands, sometimes with fierce battles, sometimes by trade and diplomacy. Remember the god of air, Amun? He became even more popular during this time with some followers, like a superstar god. His home city, Thebes, was named the religious capital. Egypt built these enormous temples there. I mean, check these things out. Later on, one pharaoh decided to change all that. He said that all of Egypt should worship Aten, the sun disk. But that didn't last long. When that king died, his son, Tutankhamun, became the pharaoh, even though he was only 9 years old. Yeah, 9. Anyway, Tutankhamun went against his dad's decision and brought back the old gods. And then he died too. Guy was only 19 years old. You may have heard of Tutankhamun before, maybe his nickname. Yep, King Tut. His tomb was found in 1922 in an archaeological dig, a lot like this one. Find out more in the PDF. Hey, check this out, guys. We've reached the hallway that they think leads to the tomb. See the hieroglyphics on the wall? I think we're close. So, pharaohs in the new kingdom took back most of the power for themselves. So what do you think that meant for the nobles and other officials? Yep, they had less say on things. The pharaohs also had trusted officials who kept tight control over important stuff like farms and food storage, kind of like being the boss of all the farms and grocery stores in the region. The pharaohs controlled big armies and used them to expand their territory and control what they already had. Most pharaohs knew how to play nice with others when they needed to, though. They used diplomacy and trade to keep things running smoothly. Wow. Check this out. We've arrived at the entrance of the tomb. This is awesome! So the new kingdom was huge on trade, and they hit their peak with a pharaoh named Hatshepsut leading the way. And do you know what the coolest thing about Hatshepsut was? Hatshepsut was a woman. Yeah, a female pharaoh. She turned Egypt into a massive trading hotspot, which spread their culture all over and brought new ideas back to the empire. Things were made easier and better with a common system of measurements throughout the empire and a banking system. Yeah, these ancient Egyptians could store their valuables at a bank, get a receipt, and use it later to buy stuff. Kind of like an early gift card. Alright, there's the door to the tomb, and we're about to go in. Get ready, guys. This reminds me of the Book of the Dead, a famous Egyptian book. They had stories and spells that were supposed to help people into the next world after they died. Hey, check this wall out. It's a good example of New Kingdom artwork. It was more realistic and used more color, and it usually showed more landscapes and animals, like these baboons. And they built architecture, like some of the cool stuff we've seen today, to symbolize the pharaoh's power and their achievements, just like these massive temples and colossal statues. Now that's some wow factor, huh? And there it is, the tomb. And in the middle, the sarcophagus. What do you think those sculpture dogs are there for? Yeah, they're there to protect it. And the hieroglyphics on the tomb and wall tell about the pharaoh's life. This reminds me of what a big deal the New Kingdom was. I mean, for centuries they dominated the region, spreading their culture and ideas about life after death and gods to other places. The whole empire was like a big shopping mall, with people traveling there and trading all over, swapping ideas along the way. And the cool stuff they built and ideas they had, well, those inspired all sorts of future civilizations like the Greeks and the Romans. Yeah, the mystery and magnificence of Egypt has fascinated the world for years, and Egypt influenced everything from art and architecture to science and philosophy. Egypt was like the ancient world's superstar. I mean, we're still talking about them today. I wish I could read hieroglyphics, but I think this was an important pharaoh. Lots of info on this, for sure. And down here, this tells more about the pharaoh and his accomplishments. The archaeology crew believes this pharaoh was from the New Kingdom because some of the symbols are relating to the army and trade, and others show temples and things about the afterlife. What? All right, I'll be right there. Okay, I gotta go. They're asking me to go down here and see what this is. We're gonna explore some more. Next time, we'll finish up in Africa by checking out some other civilizations. Until then, historians, keep uncovering the past and looking to the future. And remember to always be clever. Hey, hey.